And welcome, everybody. It's great to see you here. I'm working on some new digs here in a new sound studio, and I'd like to chat with you about rebooting. Sometimes a reboot is a great thing, and a lot of times people do a reboot of their computer or maybe a reboot of an aspect of their life to get some better response or better result. I've done it several times in my life. Once when I was going for my CCIE back in 2001 for my first one, and my second CCIE as a Cisco Certified Internet Network Expert back in 2003. And then when I learned other technologies too, like Palo Alto or Checkpoint or F5's Big IP and so forth. So what I want to chat with you about is rebooting. And I'd like to ask you a very important question. And that is, what in your life right now would serve you by having it rebooted or restarted or revisiting? And perhaps when you do a reboot, it gives you a chance to rethink it, to focus on the foundation and what would work. It's very sad. I've seen this many times in a person's life where they'll climb a ladder and then they get to the top of the building or the top of the structure and it's like, oh, it's the wrong ladder. And that can happen in life too. So he goes down a career path and they're working hard and they get to the end and it's like, oh my gosh, this isn't what I want to do for a living. IT, for me, and for you, can be an amazing, amazing journey. It's always changing, getting better, and we have to continue learning. That's part of the joy of working in the world of IT, is that we're problem solving, we're fixing problems, and understanding the basics, including those topics taught in like CCNA, Cisco Certified Network Associate, and also CCNP. And if you go on to CCIE, all those techniques and terminologies and methods and troubleshooting come in handy when you're working in a production environment. So my question for you is, what is it in your life that could be served by a reboot, by revisiting it? So if you have the courage to do so, and I hope you will, because I'm going to share with you just in a moment what I'm going to reboot here in just a moment. But in the comments below, I'd like you to type in, what is it in your life that you need to revisit and quote unquote reboot, to start over or do a second attempt at? Maybe it's studying. Maybe it's like, you know what, I've always said I wanted to get this training and this learning, this knowledge, but I really haven't set aside the time. So maybe it's your time to do scheduled study. I need to reboot my study habits and get going. Or maybe you've been studying, but you haven't been doing any hands-on practice. It's all theory. Maybe it's time to reboot and say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do 15 or 20 minutes of labs a day, or 4 or 5 lab sessions a week doing practice with hands-on. And it's free. It's all in Packet Tracer. You can do it absolutely free. So let me share with you what I'm going to be rebooting. I'm in the process. It's going to take a few months to do. But moving to this new office space. And let me share with you why. It's going to save me money to do this. So currently, my wife and I live in this home. Well, this is actually off the garage. It used to be a workshop. I just basically remodeled this workshop to be a studio, sound studio, so I could record here, make videos very easily without having to commute. And so the other place where I still do recording also is with traffic, about 30 minutes away. I'm going to save an hour a day by not having to commute back and forth. And I was also renting, including internet access and power and all that good stuff. So long story short, by the November of this year, I'm going to be completely consolidated to this location. I'm effectively doing a reboot, and I'm also going to save some money in the process and also save time. So even though it's a little more effort for me, it's like, wow, is it easy to move? No, it's not easy to move my stuff, the gear, having the 2 locations, not easy. But in the long run, it's going to be much more effective because I can basically get up, shower, walk through the garage, come into this workshop area, which is now the sound studio, and record and basically be here and talk with you and encourage you and share with you techniques like, OSPF or spanning tree or MPLS layer 3 VPNs or dynamic VPN, whatever it is that you want to hear. And that's where I need your help too. In this reboot, I thought to myself, you know what? Let me take some time and look at the analytics. Now, analytics on YouTube are amazing. Like, where's the demographics for the people watching? Where are they from? What are their ages? How long do they watch? What are they watching? And I've got videos that I've made like 9 years ago here on YouTube for MPLS layer 3 VPNs that are still today some of my highest performing videos. Like in the last year, I look at all the videos that did well, and many of those professional level topics are there. So I would love your feedback on something specific, and it's for me. I'd love you to help me out. And that is in the comments below. I would love it if you would specify for me what is the most important thing that I can do as a human to help you as a human in your journey in the world of IT. And I'm willing and I want to hear whatever it is that you feel I could do to assist you the most. So whether that's CCNA, I just looked at the playlist for CCNA. There's over 108 pieces of content in CCNA. But what is it that you'd love me to help you with? Is it accountability, like saying, get in there, you can do it, or you better do this? Is it content more on just CCNA? Would you like me to talk about more CCNP, which is Cisco professional level topics, or security for Cisco, or outside Cisco? Because I am certified. I've been, over my career, I've had certifications with HP. I'm a master ASE, or at least I was. I don't know if they have a recert that's been required. Palo Alto, Checkpoint, other VMware, Microsoft, other certifications and other products that I've worked with and love. So let me know whatever it is that I can help you with that would be the most value. If you put it in the comments below, that'd be great. Also, it might just be general networking. In this reboot, what I'm going to do for myself and for us, really, is to identify what it is that I can do to bring you the most value. And YouTube analytics, the data, won't lie. It'll tell me, Keith, people like this. They want this. They're watching this. Make more of that. And that's exactly the model I want to follow. So I'm going to do a little reboot myself. And it's going to take a while to get this office all squared away. I've got some lights I need to modify and some cameras I need to set up and some scenes and microphone work and all the rest. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 2 weeks starting tomorrow. And I'm going to take a 2-week hiatus from video creation for YouTube. Now at CBT Nuggets, where I currently work, I'm going to still make those videos because that's what they pay me to do. So I'm going to still be doing those. But for YouTube, I'm going to take a couple weeks to do a little bit of a reboot, to revisit what's working, take your input, which I appreciate, what's working, what's helping, and then come back in 2 weeks with a better structure. So not a better structure, but a rebooted structure that can help give you what you need and what you want from me, that I can help you with via YouTube videos. So let me think, is that it? Yeah, and also I'd love it if you're up to it to let me know also in the comments what it is in your life that you are going to reboot or revisit. Because making that commitment and identifying, oh, you know what, I do need this better. Maybe it's exercise, maybe it's study habits, maybe it's a new certification or learning a new set of skills. Whatever it is, let me know. I'm eager and excited to see about what it is that you want out of life, what it is you're going to change, and I'll see you back in a couple weeks. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, Keith, wait, what do I do? There's so much content out there. In fact, there's over 108 videos in the master playlist. So if you're studying some topic like spanning tree or OSPF or layer 2 switching, there's tons and tons of videos in the master playlist that you can pick from. Also, there's lots of packet tracer labs too that you can download and actually use, and there's videos that support those as well. So that was my goal today, was to chat with you about a reboot, what I'm doing. I'm interested in what you're doing, and I'll see you in the next event.